Hey, it's Fat Albert. No, I'm just kidding. Let me. Okay. Are we good? Can y'all hear me? Let me check my stuff before we get going. I didn't wait. Yo. Okay. Let me change my screen. I got my Packers shirt on. I'm hyped. But we got a lot to talk about. We have 2 days of basketball to cover. I wasn't able to cover the basketball last night. I stayed over at a buddy's house, but we are going to be doing that in the video. We have a lot of sports talk to kind of get into tonight, and I'm excited about it. So let's kind of get a rolling. We can talk again. We're gonna start November 22nd. And kind of talk about some of these games. There were a couple of good games from this day. Let me see. Let me think. Yeah, I mean, Wizards Bulls is a good game. Let's start with that. Nikola Vucevic scores 28 points. The Bulls hand the Wizards their 14th straight loss. The Wizards are officially the worst team in the NBA. Great scoring and rebounding for Nikola Vucevic. And yeah, again, the Wizards are absolutely terrible. I can't remember what that actress's name is, but this is not Saturday night. Yep. Okay. Obviously Bilal Coulibaly, nice young athletic guy despite the loss. Josh Giddey was getting to the rim. Vucevic hitting tough shots. Alex Sarr hitting tough shots. We're gonna have to watch this highlights. The Bulls barely squeaked this one out. I have all my setup. I'm here on my PC. If I'm looking over here, it's because my monitor for my PC's over here. I might be able to actually take my dad's monitor and use it in my setup. We will see. That would be great. So I'm recording a fuck ton of videos. If I'm being honest with you, it's pretty lit actually. I got to talk about NFL at the end of the night as well. Should be exciting. Vooch just hustling. Vooch has had a really good season for the Bulls, and the Bulls have had a really good season as well. Ugh. Corey Kispert with the sleeve. I actually kind of like those Wizards shirts. Damn. Giddey. What the fuck? But, yeah. I'm probably going to steal my dad's monitor. Ooh. Good pass. Oh. Okay. Good pass. Oh. Kispert. Wait a damn minute, bro. That was tough. I can't lie. Oh my god, what is happening? Everyone's just dunking shit this game. Is that fucking Whitmore, bro? And one! Oh my goodness. I forgot CJ McCollum's on the fucking Wizards. That's so depressing for him. These are yesterday's games, by the way. Hey! That was tough. See it, 3J. 3J. Oh, good D. A pass. Yeah, Bulls barely... They didn't show the game-winning shot. Okay. Alright. That is how the Bulls took it home. We'll see what goes wrong for the Wizards as things have continued to go wrong this season for the Wizards. Let's check out this box score real quick. Corey Kispert, really good game, man. 20 points off of 70-50 splits. He was grabbing rebounds, passing the ball around. Keyshawn George had 17 points and 12 rebounds, shot 33% from three. Could have shot a little better from the field, but he really wasn't the problem here. He was passing the ball around, playing some really good defense for this team. Alex Sarr had 16 points, 11 rebounds. He shot 33% from three, but was also kind of struggling inside. You get an 18-point performance for CJ McCollum off of 60% three-point shooting. But again, this team just has to be better on the interior. They can stretch out and hit shots, but on the interior, it's looking kind of ugly. 12 points for Tristan Vukcevic. That's kind of funny. He's playing Vukovic, and his name is that. He shot 33% from three. He was playing hella good defense and grabbing rebounds off the bench. But again, not the greatest shooting splits. Cam Whitmore, really solid game. 20 points off of 70-50s. Grabbed some rebounds, so he wasn't a problem here. I do think Bilal Coulibaly could have played a little better. Not a whole lot of redeeming qualities. He can hit the three ball, but again, interior-wise, this team is just not it. They didn't make a whole lot of adjustments either. Like, you have Tristan Vukcevic, you have Cam Whitmore, you even have fucking Bub Carrington coming off the bench. And they didn't really give those guys the minutes they needed. So there you go. A lot of rotational problems with the Wizards. They're kind of lost as a team. But looking at the Bulls, Montes Buzelis, 13 points with some good rebounding and defense. 28 points and 12 rebounds for Vucevic, shooting 60%. That is great. 20 points for Kobe White. He was passing the ball around all game long. You get an 18-point performance for Josh Giddey. 12 rebounds, 11 assists. Amazing defense. Just doing everything out there, shooting 67% from three. Yeah, Josh Giddey's that fucking guy. Playing at an all-NBA level. He has been doing that all season long. And then you get 10 points as well from Trey Jones off the bench. So there's that game. Let's check out some of the other stuff. We had Memphis versus Dallas. Memphis wins in a close one with pretty much a mid-off here. But Santi Aldama and Cam Spencer, I think it's Cam Spencer, lead the Grizzlies past the Mavericks by 6. Obviously, great scoring for Santi Aldama. We have seen he's been a pretty solid player in the past. He had a left-handed driving shot that began a tie-breaking 6-0 run for Memphis. And great second half for Cam Spencer. Solid scoring night for him off the bench. And they get the victory. Cooper Flagg obviously getting up and being lengthy. Zach Edey playing amazing defense, though, for this Grizzlies team, as he's going to be a big feature there. And honestly playing pretty well on both sides of the floor. Throwing it down. Santi Aldama hitting shots on Cooper Flagg. And there's this whole thing of Santi Aldama chirping Cooper Flagg. I don't know if he intentionally did it, but let's kind of check out the game and see what happened here. I need to fucking plug my phone in. I have a cord this time that should work, so that's good. That's good news. I think it works. Okay. It's like a really good cord, too. Sorry about the ads, guys. I don't have like ESPN Plus or some dumb shit like that. But let's check out the highlights of this game. We can move on to the next one. And then move on to the Sunday games. Because obviously today was more of a football day. And I will be talking about that after this, doing my recordings for the recaps. Got my Packers shirt on, of course. Shout out to my Packers. Aldama. Hey! I'm pretty hyped to watch the Niners play tomorrow. Aldama. Hey! Look at the interior game. Ooh. Okay. Okay, Memphis, I see y'all. Look at that pass. Oof. That is not an easy shot. Oh my goodness, Clay. Clay feeling freaked out with Megan Thee Stallion in the audience. Ugh. They still have Gigi Jackson. Is that who that was? 45? Spencer. Good fucking cut, Aldama. Oh. Alright, relax, Aldama. Oh, fuck. Who the hell is the Grizzlies coach, bro? What the fuck? Alright, checking out the Grizzlies, you get a 20-point performance for Santi Aldama, shooting 40% from 3. The guy was grabbing some rebounds as well. You get a 12-point performance, 15 rebounds for Zach Edey, shooting 67% and playing amazing at the rim defense, as he should. 10 points, 10 rebounds for Vince Williams as well. He was passing the ball and playing defense, just doing everything out there for this team. 10 points even for KCP off the bench, who shot 50%. He was nice and efficient. 17 points for Cam Spencer, shooting 60% overall. Was a pretty good facilitator for this squad as well. You look at the Dallas Mavericks, you get a 15-point performance for PJ Washington. And yeah, he's a great defender and he's a great rebounder for this team, but 20% from 3, that is very rough. Cooper Flagg had 12 points. Was grabbing rebounds. He shot 33% from 3, but he's going to have to get a little better on the interior as he's going against tough contact. Brandon Williams at 18 points. He shot 50% from 3. I think he genuinely had a pretty good game for them. 13 points off the bench for Najee Marshall. He shot 50%, but man, that 3-point ball has got to start falling. He can grab rebounds and play defense for you, but again, the 3 ball's got to start falling. 22 points. I mean, Klay Thompson was easily the star player of the game. 22 points off of 50% from three. He could even get better on the interior. I do think mainly, again, Daniel Gafford is such an offensive liability, but they did a good job, bringing Najee Marshall and bringing Klay Thompson in off the bench, kind of in place of that. But man, Najee Marshall only shooting 33% from the field, and sure, he can play defense, he can grab rebounds, but man, I don't know. I don't really like him as a starting big. I don't know what it is. The Kings, though, let's look at this Kings-Nuggets game because the Kings stunned the Nuggets. They overcome Nikola Jokic's 44 points. They beat the Nuggets by 5, and it's actually crazy to think that the Sacramento Kings right now are 4-13. I didn't think they'd be that bad. They end a 8-game slide. Obviously, a huge fourth quarter for Russell Westbrook, and overall just a huge game for him against his former team. And Nikola Jokic absolutely went fucking crazy. We'll talk about the performances in a second, but they get the win. DeMar DeRozan hitting some tough shots for him. Malik Monk getting to the rim, throwing it down. Jamal Murray being a nice, crafty offensive player. Let's just kind of check this out. I'm not trying to speed run this or anything. It's just, yeah. We still have 4 games to talk about, mind you, after this, so it's not like... Damn, Los is live? I gotta grind YouTube, bro. I don't have time to watch some damn Los Pollos, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I have to go get a teeth cleaning. I'm gonna be working on some stuff for my senior design class. Okay. Dennis Schroeder for 3. Bang! Who the hell is that? Jokic. I'm just trying to think what I gotta do tomorrow. So, I'm talking to myself here, but I'm gonna start making this presentation for my senior design and, work on some standards. Look at this. Whoop! DeRozan tried to do the same thing to no effect, but Dennis Schroeder for 3. Bang! Dennis Schroeder looking good from the 3. Ooh, Schroeder gonna cook too? Oh my goodness. Schroeder? Russ. Ooh. That was nasty. That was tough. What the fuck? Damn. It's a big shot. They didn't end up winning, but that's a big shot. Is that Precious Achiuwa? It is. He's on the fucking Kings. That guy is all over the goddamn place. What the fuck? Why did he grab the back of his head like that? That was weird. Okay, let's check it out. So you look at the Kings, you get a 19-point performance for Keegan Murray off of 50% shooting, grabbed some rebounds, played some defense for the squad. Great game for Russell Westbrook, 21 points, 11 assists. Shot 33% from 3, grabbed some rebounds. You get a 17-point game for DeMar DeRozan. He was grabbing rebounds and passing the ball around. You get a 15-point performance for Zach LaVine. Great defensive player in him there. 21 points off the bench for Dennis Schroeder. Shot 75% from the field, made all of his threes, was facilitating quite a bit. And then you get a 12-point performance for Malik Monk. Checking out the Nuggets, where did we go wrong here? Cam Johnson, a really good game of 20 points. He was grabbing rebounds. 44 and 13 for Jokic. He shot 50% from 3. He also had a hell of a performance, was passing the ball around as he always does. I think Jamal Murray played good too. I don't know how they lost this game. 23 points off of 50% shooting. He was a good facilitator for this team. 15 points for Peyton Watson. I mean, he shot 60%. He was grabbing rebounds. I guess they just have a depth problem. I don't know what the hell Spencer Jones was doing out there. 0 for 2, 1 fucking point in 24 minutes, just out there doing cardio. No redeemable qualities about his play. And they have Tim Hardaway Jr. and they have Bruce Brown, solid bench players. But hell, even Jonas Valanciunas and Hunter Tyson need some more minutes at this fucking rate. What are we doing, man? Jesus, that's ugly. Spencer Jones is starting on a team with Hunter Tyson, Jonas Valanciunas, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Bruce Brown on the bench? What is Adelman doing, dude? That's weird. Let's get into the next day's games today, Sunday, yes. Let's start with my Celtics because we get a dub against a pretty good Magic team, and I'm pretty happy about this. We are 9-8, not bad. Jaylen Brown puts up 35 points, leads the Celtics in a 9-point victory. Obviously, the Magic have some injuries, so we kind of have to take this victory with a grain of salt, but we're looking pretty good at home, as always. Great scoring for Jaylen Brown and a solid second quarter for Josh Minott. Obviously, a solid overall game. We picked him up from the Minnesota Timberwolves in the offseason. We shot 81.8% in the second quarter. That is big. Big momentous quarter. Ended up getting us the win. Jett Howard played really well in the place of a lot of players, hitting tough shots. You know, Jaylen Brown being crafty as always on the offensive end. I don't know who the hell Noah Penda is, but he was getting to the rim in the wake of a lot of injuries. Anthony Simons was hitting some tough shots for us. Again, didn't watch much of this game. It's more of a football day for me. Once the NFL season is over, trust me, I will lock in on the NBA, and that'll be the main focus here. But, again, can't necessarily just focus on that. Wait a minute. We're up 2-1 in the season series, so that's exciting. Played them in the playoffs last year. I do remember that. We won like 4-1, 4-2. Look at Jalen. Hey. Too easy. That weak ass motherfucker from. Wait, no, is that. Who was that? Wait, what? That wasn't Franz, was it? No, that's Tristan Da Silva's weak ass from Colorado. Get your ass out of here, boy. See it. Anthony? And what? Those are tough. Those shoes. Jalen. Oh, come on. Stop playing with him. Step through. Hey. It's just a bad pass. Is he going to throw that shit down? Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, we got Franz Wagner. I mean, I can't say weak-ass Buffaloes because my boy Derek White went there. I did forget that, but... Okay. Is that Jett Howard? Oh. The leg sleeve is tough. He's starting to look like Juwan Howard, his dad, a lot more now. That's actually crazy how much he's kind of been aging. That's funny. Huh. Pull up. Looking tough, bro. 138, that's looking pretty good. For not having Jason Tatum, I think that's pretty damn awesome. Alrighty. Yeah, Neemias Queta had a nasty dunk against Brooklyn. I remember that one. Let's check out. Are there going to be any teams we talk about twice? That would be interesting to see. But you look at the Magic, you get a 15-point performance for Franz Wagner. Shot 50%, and yeah, he was rebounding and passing the ball around. You'd like to see him hit some three-pointers for sure. 18 points for Desmond Bane, shooting 50% from three, but definitely could have got better on the interior. Was passing the ball around, but still, you get a 14-point performance for Anthony Black. He shot 50% from three, and he was facilitating a little bit, but again, they got to get better at the rim, and I think that's what Paolo Banchero usually brings to this team, and they just didn't have it. Good game off the bench for Noah Penda, 13 points, made both of his threes, was rebounding the rock. You get a 30-point performance from Jett Howard. Not the greatest shooting splits, but I mean, he was grabbing some rebounds. And you get 18 points for Jace Richardson, which is really fun. A lot of young guys on the squad. He shot 75% from three. He played really well. He was grabbing rebounds and doing all that stuff. I would say Orlando Robinson had a pretty weak performance. Definitely need to try to get him involved more offensively. I guess he didn't play that many minutes either. And you know, this was well coached. I mean, Noah Penda, Jett Howard, Jace Richardson all got quality minutes off the bench for Orlando Robinson and just trying to kind of spread the wealth on the rotation. But I don't know. You look at the Celtics, you get a 16-point performance for Derek White off of 50% three-point shooting. Did everything for us this game, was grabbing rebounds, passing the ball around, playing good at the rim and on-ball defense. 3 blocks for Derek White. He continues to be one of the best defensive guards in the NBA. Great game for Jaylen Brown, 35 points, 33% three-point shooting, was passing the ball as well, finding some room to do that. Peyton Pritchard has kind of been his partner in crime. He put up 19. He was grabbing rebounds, passing the ball around, playing defense, doing it all. You get 14 off the bench for Sam Hauser. You get 16 points off the bench for Josh Minott, shooting 67% from three and grabbing some boards. Anthony Simons put up a 23-point performance with some board grabbing too. So shout out to my Boston Celtics. Up next, let's get into Charlotte versus Atlanta. Atlanta continues to pull out some pretty dope wins without Trae Young. They're actually looking really good, and I think you could give Trae Young a couple more weeks and they'd be fine. Damn, Millie Bobby Brown's just... Whew, I'm sorry. But that was fucking crazy. This is a long stream already. Jalen Johnson scores 28, lifts the Hawks over the Hornets by 3. Obviously, great overall play for Jalen Johnson. Scoring, passing, rebounding, and yeah, 7th of 9 games they have won. So that's pretty awesome. The Hawks look good without Trae Young. It's not because he's out, but yeah. Con Knuppel, though, even with the loss, even being on a 4-13 team, continues to prove he is probably the rookie of the year so far, hitting tough shots. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was playing some good D and shooting and all that. Yeah, Con Knuppel's so fucking tough, dude. Mohamed Goye played some great defense for that Hawks team, though. Let's just kind of check out the highlights of this one. Man, I love watching Con Knuppel play. I was watching Con Knuppel in that Clippers game yesterday, even though it wasn't that, or 2 days ago now, even though it wasn't that good of a game, and he was hooping. So Con Knuppel gives you some pretty good hoops. Like, you're not going to be disappointed if you watch him play ball. Jalen. Boo! Jalen. Oh my fucking god. What a freak. Dude. What is wrong with this dude? Look how far he was. Damn. God damn. He's so nasty. Like, bro, if they wanted to trade this guy for whatever reason, his trade value is so fucking high right now. Con. Bang. Oh, he missed. Con. Bang! Trade him. Put him on a contender. What the fuck? He's a rookie. Who cares? Jalen. Oh my god, smooth. They were down for a little bit, huh? 2 minutes left, they were down. Hell, even further than that. Nickeil. Hey! Oh, they couldn't give it to Knuppel. That... Jesus, Bridges. They couldn't get it into Con Knuppel. If they were able to get it into Con Knuppel, they might have had a shot there. Just being honest. I know James Harden dropped 55, but they cooked the Hornets. I'm not talking about that game, by the way. Anyone in chat? No. You guys are probably going to watch the VODs. Understandable. Looking at the Hornets, though, you get a 21-point performance from Miles Bridges. I mean, he was grabbing boards and passing the ball around, but pretty weak shooting splits for him. 22 points for Colin Sexton. Shot 50%, but man, you definitely like to see a 3-ball of his fall a little bit more. 28 points for Con Knuppel. He was fucking phenomenal. 7 for 11 from 3. You know, grabbing some rebounds as well, just being a hustle player out there. And then you get 12 points for Moussa Diabate and 11 rebounds. Very efficient game. Made all of his shots. Can't complain about him much. But Mason Plumlee, what the fuck? Not getting involved much offensively. I like that he can pass the ball and rebound, but man, not a very good offensive player for this team. And yeah, Moussa Diabate was definitely getting some minutes off the bench in place of that. But hell, even this Liam McNeely guy, who sounds very familiar. He went to Creighton, right? No, UConn. Dude, Liam McNeely's been solid off the bench. Why not give him some more minutes as an offensive guy? I don't know. No LaMelo Ball. He's probably going to be out of there. John Morant's probably going to be out of Memphis. We got all sorts of guards from that area of the draft classes kind of button heads with their teams. But Onyeka Okongwu put up 20 points and was grabbing rebounds for this team. Jalen Johnson, 28 points and 11 assists. He shot 50% overall. He was great. Great board grabber. 23 points for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He was grabbing rebounds. Very good rebounding team here. 22 points out of Dyson Daniels. He played some defense, grabbed some rebounds, passed the ball. I'm proud of you, Dyson Daniels. You've had some struggles at the beginning of the season. he's starting to realize some things. Keaton Wallace, very efficient 10 minutes off the bench. He shot 67-50 splits, and he was playing some good defense for these guys. So shout out to the Hawks. They continue to figure it out without Trae Young. There you have it. We have 2 more games to talk about. Let's get into San Antonio versus Phoenix. Phoenix has been looking great. San Antonio has been looking great. So we kind of knew this was going to be a good game. Suns win their 3rd straight. They end this first 3-game win streak, so that's kind of funny how that reversed. That Uno reverse goes. They win by 9. Dillon Brooks has been really fucking good this year so far for the Suns, and him and Devin Booker were kind of complementary pieces on the offensive end, and there you go. They get the W. Julian Champagnie was getting to the rim on this team. Let's kind of just watch the highlights. We can look at some box score stuff. Got one more game, and then I'm going to be talking some NFL action. We'll see what happens. I'll probably continue to edit this Guardians of the Galaxy thing and probably get that out late tonight or tomorrow. Let's see a D-Book. Or no. D-Book on the dribble handoff. Oh, yep, that's his spot right there. Don't let him get there. Don't let him get there. Harrison. That's a baby. What are we even doing? Yep. Oh, shit. Gillespie? Woo! Colin Gillespie's been a great player for them as well. Fizzell. Ooh! But wait. Dude, Colin Gillespie could win 6, man. He's been great. I don't know. Maybe he started too many games. Look at... Dude, Vassell. What the hell is D-Book doing? He just lost aura for that. Devin Vassell's nice. I've always liked Devin Vassell quite a bit. Booker? Oh, man. Booker. His jumper's so tough. I love Devin Booker as an offensive player. Oh my god, Dillon Brooks from the fucking parking lot. Smacko. Yeah, Dillon Brooks has been nasty, dude. Shout out to the Suns. They somewhat comfortably won that game, but I still wanted to talk about it because these are 2 really good teams around the NBA. We'll also talk about some of the games tomorrow, but I won't be watching basketball tomorrow either because there's Monday night, and I really like watching the Niners play. I'll be interested. My uncle's a fan of them, so I'm interested to see how they play. Looking at the Spurs who lost this game, you get 11 points out of Harrison Barnes. Not the greatest shooting, though. Definitely could have been a little more efficient in that respect. Not having Wemby has definitely started to hurt them. Julian Champagnie, though, 10 points, 12 rebounds. Shitty shooting splits for him. 26 points for De'Aaron Fox. He was grabbing some rebounds. But, man, the shooting is just... I mean, he shot 33% from 3, but he's got to be better on the interior. 17 points for Devin Vassell. Hell of a defensive player for this team. Again, they just weren't very efficient this game. The most efficient player on their team was probably Keldon Johnson. Put up 14 points, shot 75-67 splits, was grabbing rebounds. Yeah, not having Wemby starting to hurt them because Luke Cornett, although he is very efficient with his touches, they don't rely on him offensively because they know he's not going to be as good. You know, he can still grab rebounds and play defense, not at the level of Wemby, but he's still serviceable in that respect. The scoring's not there. They need to give Keldon Johnson a little more minutes and see if maybe he can come in and play some bully ball. I don't really know what they should do. You look at the Suns, though, 25 points for Dillon Brooks, continuing to be fantastic for this team. 14 points and 11 rebounds out of Mark Williams. He shot 75%. You get Devin Booker going out there, 24 points. He shot 33% from 3. He was grabbing rebounds, passing the ball, playing defense, doing everything for this team. That's what good players do, man. 15 points and 10 rebounds for Jordan Goodwin. That is the same guy that goes to Salou, which is awesome because he's looked pretty awesome for them as a role player, playing great defense. And they had 15 points. Again, Colin Gillespie, great bench player, great passer, doing all that stuff. Shout out to the Suns. Let's move on to the Lakers, who had a kind of a close call with the Jazz, but these guys are 12-4. They are one of the best teams in the NBA. Lakers outlast the Jazz by 2. Luka Doncic scores 33. LeBron James scores 17 in his first road test of the season. Great scoring and rebounding for Luka Doncic. LeBron kind of filling in. You know, we know that LeBron James is still kind of easing his way into the season with the Lakers, but they have enough. They get it done. Luka Doncic has a triple-double. He's been fucking incredible. He is for sure going to be All-NBA. Maxi Kleber getting to the rim and throwing it down. Lauri Markkanen swatting shots, of course. Nutmeg on Kevin Love, that's fun. Alley-oop assist. Luka Doncic is just a really fun, crafty offensive player to watch. So let's kind of just see how this game went down. Let's talk box score stuff, and then we can kind of close out the recap. Dude, this charger is insane. Whoa, what? Shvee, flip 3 in the goat's mouth. Oh, never mind. Intimidator badge on Bron. Hey, the hop step, dude. LeBron's great at those. Luka. It's not even a mismatch. Fuck it, we ball. And one. Come on, bruh. Yeah, Luka's so fucking nasty. I don't even know how he does. Look at him. Look at him in the pass line. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Luka. Oh, my God. Again? Oh, my God. Luka. I know Lowe was going crazy, bro. That would be so funny to watch. We actually get a Jazz highlight. Keontae George mouth. Yeah, Keontae George is tough. For sure. Luka. Oh my God. Oh my God. What are we doing? Stop playing with this man. Keontae. Damn, no foul? Shit. Nope. They said, fuck no. Cut that shit off. We don't want LeBron losing. No, I'm playing. It's not about that. Yeah, looking at the Lakers, 17 points for LeBron James. He was grabbing rebounds and passing at a pretty serviceable level. 13 points for Rui Hachimura, who shot 50% overall. He was grabbing some boards for this team. Yeah, Luka Doncic, he didn't have a triple-double. What the fuck are we talking about? 33 points, 11 rebounds. He was doing a little bit of everything, passing the ball and playing amazing defense. 22 points and 10 rebounds for Austin Reeves as well. Not much going on the bench, but that's all they seem to have needed against a team like the Jazz. I think the Jazz actually played some pretty good basketball, like all things considered, with their team. 20 points for Larry Markkinen. The shooting splits could have been better, but he was grabbing rebounds. He was playing pretty well. Jusuf Nurkic, really efficient game. Made a 3, 11 points, 10 rebounds, great defense. 12 points for Svi Mykhailiuk, another efficient game. He shot 40% from 3. He was passing the ball around. 27 points for Keontae George, shooting 40% from 3. He could have been a little better on the interior, but he was grabbing rebounds. He was passing the ball around, doing all that stuff. 10 points for Ace Bailey. He was grabbing rebounds. He could definitely be a little more efficient, but he is a rookie. I'm going to cut him some slack. 10 points off the bench for Isaiah Collier as well. He could have shot better. I do think maybe guys off the bench like Kevin Love or Kyle Filipowski definitely could have filled in and played a little bit more efficiently. I know Kevin Love's a great rebounder, but I guess those two could have done a little better. But I think the Jazz played all right for where they're at in this season. It was just a tough loss. Looking tomorrow, a lot of games, obviously, but fuck that. We are watching. I mean, obviously, I'll probably tune into I can't watch that game actually. I'll probably tune into that game on Peacock. Cleveland. I mean, the Pacers are dog shit. I'm not watching that game. Cleveland versus Toronto should be a fantastic game. The Nets are dog shit. Not watching that game. Dallas is pretty bad. Not watching that game. Memphis is mid. Not watching that game. Mid off between Portland and Milwaukee. The Pelicans are dog shit. Obviously, Houston and Phoenix should be a really good game. Utah is mid and Sacramento is mid. So really just look forward to Houston versus Phoenix and then Toronto versus Cleveland. Those should be the good games. Peacock got it right. So I think that is going to do it for a stream. I really appreciate you guys. 34 minutes, but I mean, damn, we had a lot of fucking basketball to cover. Can you really blame the kid? I don't think you can. Shout out. Got a haircut. This is the first time y'all probably seen it on stream. Maybe you saw it Friday night on stream.